please welcome our next lightning speaker, Neil Mylet. He'll be talking about bridging the gap between urban and rural through renovating a theater. Right, and it's yours, Neil.
All right, thank you so much, everyone. It's a pleasure to have participated and watched all the wonderful presentations today. I'm coming to you from our farm up in northern Indiana. It's a small village. We have about 500 people, and I think my closest neighbor is a mile away or around that. So definitely love hearing about all the stuff happening in Indianapolis and all over the country. I'm really passionate about entrepreneurship, and obviously growing up on a farm, you have to be an entrepreneur in so many ways. You know, you have to fix things when they break. You've got to find solutions to problems that you don't know exist at the time. And I've really kind of leveraged that my whole life to try to invent new things. So I've been very fortunate to, have patents and be able to do really cool things in the realm of innovation. And when the pandemic struck, I found myself stuck too in my rural village with not much to do. I'm accustomed to traveling and doing speaking all over the world, and it kind of like hit a wall for me last year. And I realized, what if we could use the pandemic as a period to start a project that had a good social cause that can not only make a difference for people in my small community, but also people in larger cities, and try to dispel some of the friction and the stereotypes that exist when it comes to bringing people together. So we bought my village's old opera house. It's I think about 12,000 square feet, and I got to tell you, it was in rough shape. You can just see all the windows are basically busted up and boarded out, and just not. I mean, if you think of fixer-upper TV shows, you might as well multiply that by like 100, because it was just totally trashed inside. And what I realized we could do with this project was we could, spend the period of the pandemic, which I guess we're still in, starting to remodel it, while creating a vision that in this venue, this space that is obviously in really bad shape, can become an example that rural America and urban America looks to in terms of what a 21st century community center looks like. So, right now, there's not really a place where people from different walks of life can come together. I mean, there are museums, there are community centers, but there aren't community centers that focus on innovation and design and cultural education. So, we've been renovating this center while also hand in hand building relationships and alliances with so many organizations across the country and the world, for that matter, that once we get this space renovated, can be turnkey into partnerships when it comes to educational initiatives and things like that. So, I think one of the things a lot of people have asked me, they're like, well, why are you going through all the work and all the energy and all the money to try to renovate this building? And I think that really speaks to what the theme of Design Week is today. And that's, I think when people think about doing something, there's kind of a mentality right now in the 21st century, I think, that all change has to be instantaneous. And my vantage point is, just like an entrepreneur, is if your community members see you investing sweat equity and time and commitment into this, they may be more willing to entertain what the overall mission of the project entails. So someone from rural Indiana that may have not in the past had an excuse to collaborate on the project with someone from, inner city Indianapolis will be able to come to this venue and discuss ways and find ways they can maybe solve each other's problems or collaborate on a coding project or, create video content together. And I think that's why I think I'm so passionate about this, and that's the potential that really exists in this project. We're creating a documentary film series about this, kind of interviewing all sorts of folks and bringing people together, flying folks in to walk in in the venue. Again, just using this physical space as a conversation on how we can not only maintain history and restore an old building, but also reinvent it, just as we're sparking new conversations and new ways for our communities to collaborate together. So that's what I've got today. Any questions or comments we can entertain as well. But thank you so much for everybody's time. It's been a true privilege.